Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Bob. And I've been doing these for a year and a half now. Wonderful feedback, some very interesting questions today as always, and thank you for passing them on. A very intriguing question. Someone wrote that my youngest daughter was in Mexico and she contacted or end up having roundworms when she had a bowel movement. It'd be excreted from her system, and roundworms are just a body signal to me that somebody has parasites. So she wants to know what to do. So basically, you want to eliminate sugar as much as you can from your life, because parasites and unfriendly organisms will hang out forever if you have sugar inside of your body. Focus on eating foods with sulfur: eggs, onion, broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. Now I want you to just kind of think about what I'm sharing with you right now. Parasites cannot live in a sulfur-based environment, and that's important because, see, we're all exposed to parasites, but your body will manage them by having enough sulfur. If you're eating wheat or yeast products and sugar, the parasites and or roundworms will hang out. Personally, I take a product called Agricept-L every day, 10 drops. It's a citric seed extract. We also use a product that's emulsified oregano. I'm just passing this on because this is very, very serious. They estimate up to 80 million Americans have some type of parasite infestation. Dr. Bob, next question. How can I help dry skin during the wintertime? 2 or 3 things. Make sure you're using enough oil. Oil helps take calcium to skin. A lot of times skin becomes dry. It does not have enough calcium in it. Oil helps translate it to that. You want to make sure you're doing vitamin D. By I say doing, you better be taking some vitamin D. I take about 4,000 to 6,000 units a day. I take 2 or 3 drops on my tongue in the morning. But an area that most people really don't think about is water. So you want to hydrate your body, and during the wintertime it's very dry outside, so your body is going to be dehydrated if you're not putting water into your system. I drink a minimum of a quart of water every day. There are different formulas. You can take your body weight and divide it by 2. That's the number of ounces of water you want to be drinking per day. My brother has been diagnosed with autism. He's 20 years old, is acting very quiet, and he feels tired all day long. He feels like he needs to take a nap every 2 hours. Some people have recommended a drug for medication, but not sure if it would help him. Now, when it comes to any kind of neurologic improvement or any kind of impairment like autism, be aware sugar can sabotage function. I also would encourage good oils. Good oils are very, very important because it helps the brain. He could be sleepy or tired because he may have depression, so you might want to have him assessed for that. What I have learned is that people who have subpar thyroid function oftentimes are depressed. So make sure first he has enough oil. I may suggest an essential fatty acid blood spot test. Just thinking as I'm speaking with you, Celtic sea salt. For all of you that are listening to me right now, you could put a 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt in a quart of water. That'll help the electrolytes in the brain, which will help give energy and will help improve his body so he doesn't have to nap. And I would avoid sugar, because sugar can take the wind out of your cells and have you be tired also. Dr. Bob, this is the last question for you all today. What are your thoughts on juicing? And I'll tell you what, I get that asked every day. So here are my thoughts. I personally, at the current time, do not juice. I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't juice. But if you're going to juice, I would not do fruit. Because what the fruit's going to do is going to increase your blood sugar, and it's going to drop you down. I know some of you use blenders and mixers and high potency kind of blenders, and you put everything in and you think that it's good because the fiber's still there. Well, that fiber has been broken down. I want you to know what I'm noticing is people coming into our practice that are waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because they've been juicing earlier in the day, and the blood sugar is spiking up and down, and at 3 o'clock in the morning it's low, so they start waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you're going to juice, not more than 8 ounces. I would not add yogurt to it. I would not add anything to the juice itself. I'd primarily use vegetables, cucumber would be something that would be good because it adds a lot of fluid. Maybe half an apple, maybe some beet fiber, and add some flax powder to your juice or some pumpkin protein, just to give you some protein to slow down that adrenal gland from over-secreting insulin. A lot of great questions. I had one other question here though. Somebody said, what about the shingles? What should I do about the shingles? Shingles are a virus. Make sure you're using enough calcium. Calcium lactate or citrate. That helps glue cell membranes together so a virus can't attack you. You guys have a great holiday weekend, and thank you for participating with Ask Dr. Bob.